Captain's Log Supplemental. Fuck. Got it. Finally. Captain's Log Supplemental. So, our replicators... Oh, man. Our replicators, they automatically adjust the food nutrition so that we all get exactly what we need. But the problem is that apparently that takes a lot of computational power. And for the current nebula scans we're doing, the astrogation lab and the astrophysics lab, they both need all of the computational power the ship can muster. So we've had to deactivate that part of the replicator programming. I think I've put on 2 stones in the time we've been here. Oh, man. And Federation Picture Day is coming up next week. This is not going to look good.
Welcome back, everybody, to Captain's Log Supplemental. As always, I am Chris, and am joined by friends and co-hosts Rob and Stanford.
Hello.
Hi there.
And friend and producer Mariah.
Hi there.
For the uninitiated, Captain's Log Supplemental is a Star Trek rewatch podcast. We are cruising through Star Trek in chronological order. But before we get to that, how was everybody's Christmas?
Now you can talk about Christmas.
Well, now I don't want to.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, so we are recording this. I guess Christmas was on Thursday, so this is Sunday. So Christmas was 4 days ago.
Oh, I have to send Chris some of my Christmas cake.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We'll send you some Christmas cake. It came out really fucking good.
Yeah. Is this like some type of like fruit cake that's actually good?
Yes.
So
that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, American fruitcake gets like a bad rap. I don't know if I've ever actually had like the Americana like 70s era fruitcake that everyone complains about.
I've had it. It's terrible.
And that's what I hear. So like I'm good. But yes, it does taste different as I understand it. This is quite edible and scrumptious. Now it is definitely like a taste, so it is distinctly possible that you will not care for that flavor, but like it's not like abhorrent in any way, shape, or form.
Interesting. Okay.
My nanny pretty much told me that she can die happy knowing that someone in her family will be able to continue on making Christmas cake.
Yeah. Mariah was like all nervous, like I hope she likes it, and then Nanny's like, "This is the best Christmas cake I've had in my entire life," which we got that accolade in right under the line. Like barely got that one in there.
You're cruising through a huge sample size there, so you know.
Yeah. So Mariah really nailed it. But yeah, Christmas here was quieter than normal because like we were just at the in-laws. Unlike Thanksgiving, Rob and Kelsey did not have the plague, so they were there.
Yay.
Good.
You know, my sister-in-law and her children did not show up for what is probably Nanny's last Christmas, so there's drama there. But the day itself was nice. Like we had a good time actually.
Good. Yeah. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law have been here since last Saturday.
Oh, they're still there?
Yes, they are still here. They're leaving tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we had a good Christmas. You know, we kept it chill. The boys, we got the boys electric scooters. So like now their whole like friend group has these electric scooters. So they're kind of like the lamest gang cruising through the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
That sounds adorable. Yeah.
That's
probably
nothing too crazy.
Not too that must extend their travel range pretty well.
Yeah, it's nice too because we can like track them because you know you can track everything for kids these days. But yeah, it makes it easier for them to get around. I mean, they had bikes and stuff that they drive around on, but all of their friends got electric scooters, so that was the next thing.
Dude, we so we're back in the area, right? We had Christmas Eve with my side of the family, specifically my mom's side of the family, and it was hosted by like the single non-white person in our entire family, Amalia. She married my Uncle Bill. It's my Aunt Amalia. She's from Mexico, and she made all of these wonderful like Mexican like traditional Christmas items. My favorite, like the highlight of the night for Kelsey and me though, ponche, I think it's called ponche navideño. It's like Mexican Christmas punch. It's delicious.
Ooh.
It's got like pears and apples and sugar cane, and it's all just like thrown into this giant boiling pot and just simmered forever.
Oh,
And
is
it's
this the stuff you
wonderful.
called sangria?
It's like Christmas sangria. Like
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Does it have any
It's so
wine in
freaking
it?
good.
Sounds really
It
good.
can, but it doesn't normally.
Oh, okay.
At least as she was explaining it.
Interesting.
Nice.
Liam's, I guess, like, I don't know. Liam got a bunch of different stuff, but Liam's big present this year is certainly physically, because he has like a beanbag chair in his room, and it's just like a normal like $20 kid's beanbag chair from Target or whatever, but it's like the only piece of furniture that motherfucker sits on. So this year we got him like one of those like
big beanbag,
big ass beanbag chair. It's like 5 feet across. It's fucking huge. And so that was he slept on it the first night. We're like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, the speaking of presents for the kids, the other cool thing the kids got is their uncle is big into Magic: The Gathering, like the card game.
Cool.
And so he's like, he made them each a custom built deck, themed.
Aw.
One was like around like Spider-Man,
fun.
and one was themed around Captain America.
Oh, okay.
And he also got like these like custom made cases off of like somebody from Etsy. So like one's like a Spider-Man head for like the deck case, and one's like Captain America's shield. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's probably like the most expensive Christmas gifts they've ever received.
No, the Spider-Man Magic market crashed. I know that's a weird sentence.
You know that.
It's a weird sentence. Well, I'm in a couple of Magic groups on Facebook, and so like there was a lot of like pre-market stuff for Spider-Man, but as soon as they came out, they actually ended up underselling by like a lot. So they ended up just not being as in high demand. It's weird because like the EOE stuff actually ended up selling better than the Spider-Man stuff. Now Avatar is going fucking banana town, but
Yeah, we
I
got
can
the
only
kids a
imagine.
couple packs of the Avatar stuff.
yeah, I got
their
Liam
stockings.
for one of his Advent bags. He got a couple of jump starts for Avatar, so he's got technically has a little 40 card Avatar deck.
Cool. Well, on that note, as a reminder, please. Oh, did you have more?
I have one more thing. So
Go ahead.
It is Capricorn season, so you know what that means.
I have no idea what that means.
It means my
Goats?
tap water in my house is crisp as fuck because all the pipes are underground and it is cold outside.
Oh,
my God, the water coming out of my tap is so fucking refreshing. It's amazing. And like, I don't like filtered water because it doesn't taste good because it has no flavor. Like, I like the taste of tap water, and it's, oh God, it's so good for these like couple of months. So good.
Sure.
That's all I had.
All right. As a reminder, please rate, review, subscribe, tell all your friends. That will certainly help the pod. So today's episode is episode 3 of season 1 of Strange New Worlds, Ghosts of Illyria. So we start out as kind of a nice kind of CG opening scene of Enterprise approaching Illyria, which has this like cool like ion storm cloud just all around it and shit.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool storm. Like, not gonna lie,
Yeah.
this is a pretty good effect.
Yeah. So this is the home planet of the Illyrians, which is a
No.
species.
It's a colony.
Colony.
Oh, it's a colony. It's a colony. Sorry. Yes, that's right. It was a colony of a species called the Illyrians, who heavily kind of gene modify. Apparently, to like mostly like colonize other planets, they modify their genes to suit where they're going instead of terraforming. Amongst other reasons they do it, but big into genetic modification, so they're kind of like a pariah to the Federation because humans don't like that gene modification stuff.
No, they don't.
As a trivia note,
Oh shit! Already. When there's some trivia you can't miss, it's a fun fact with Chris.
You know, it
this
feels weird when you do that and Chris is the host.
It does.
This episode was directed by Leslie Hope, who previously played Kira Neresa's mother in DS9, whose name was Kira Maru in season 6's Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night in 1998.
All right, try hard ass title. What the fuck?
Are there any episodes directed by Leslie Knope?
No, the fictional character from Parks and Rec does not direct any Star Trek episodes.
Damn. All right.
So yes, after we kind of cruise in, we get a little bit of an exposition dump here from Una. They're investigating a disappearance of the colonists from this planet. There's some ion storms going on, yada yada, whatever.
So anyways, Tom Hiddleston's looking through a fucking cabinet.
Yeah, right. As another trivia note here, we kind of get into this kind of quote unquote colony on this planet, but this is actually these are real buildings on Lake Ontario in Toronto. Beside the Budweiser stage, apparently they are based on Toronto's former Ontario Place. So,
when you say Ontario Place, is that like a proper noun, or is that just a funny way of saying like a part of Ontario?
A proper noun, like this is a location. Yeah. I did have a note here that I really liked the atmosphere of this. Something about it, like I think it was just kind of like the natural lighting of the area. And it was just kind of cool. Got me in the vibe of the episode pretty quickly. Where was I? Oh yeah. So they're about to leave because the ion storm's coming. So Pike goes to look for Spock, who is searching some stuff. Whereas Una is instructed to gather the rest of the team and beam back to the ship. My note here was Ensign definitely gonna die. Find some weird shit.
Tom Hiddleston, yeah,
in a cabinet before he's called away.
Although I found that camera angle and implication kind of odd, considering that like that had nothing to do with what ended up happening.
It didn't. Yeah, there was just some weird shit in that locker.
He was just like, it was just a locker with like some vials and liquids and shit, but it had nothing to do with what was going on.
I think it was just a way to introduce Ensign Lance for that one scene he has later.
I don't know why, but the fact that his name is Ensign Lance always made me giggle because it's the stupidest, like, throwaway name.
Exactly. When the team gets to the rendezvous point and tries to beam back up, there is some interference from the ion storm. We get an extended power rerouting scene.
Yeah.
from Chief Hemmer here.
Yeah, Hemmer gets some screen time rerouting that power.
Yeah, like there was a lot, like at least 10 seconds of this rerouting stuff where that is normally just a line that happens in these situations. I thought was funny. I think it was like really like introducing Hemmer more, I guess.
Right, because the transporter wasn't working, right, because of ion storm interference and whatnot.
Right.
And like, so because in Star Trek, a thing works better when it has more power. They had to give it more power.
Mm-hmm. And Hemmer's a genius, so he did. Even though that's a thing that literally every ship does in Star Trek. But it's fine.
Yeah, for every other ship, it's just one button.
To your point, Chris, I think you're right about them trying to like introduce Hemmer as a recurring character here.
Right.
Like he gets a couple of like singular scenes just to himself.
Yeah, they're giving him some repartee to partake in.
Yep. Yep. By the time where was I? Hold on. So they reroute power and they get all the whole team that was trying to beam back up. So it's just Spock and Pike down on the planet at this point. By the time Spock and Pike get to the beam out spot, the ion storm is too strong and they have to go take shelter.
Which they run from a storm, which is not how weather works. But I have a kind of a bigger issue, or well, not issue, question here. And I guess, like, I know the answer because writing, but, like, why are they doing this? Like, this colony was, according to Una, an ongoing, like, open investigation for Starfleet and the Federation. Why don't they send a ship to come do this? Like, instead of the Enterprise, which is on a 5-year exploration journey, and, like, they send down, like, 6 people to go take care of it? Like, send a whole fucking ship.
They were in the area.
Because Ad Astra per Aspera has to be put on a poster by the end of the season, and they need to introduce Illyria.
Because I had this issue even more so later when Spock's like, this is the log I want, and then later they're like, oh, I want to take this one too. It's like, you have a whole library of data here. Why are you taking just one cylinder? Take all of it. Like, you have a transport. Just take take it all.
Shut up. How about that? Yeah, so they have to go take shelter. Una returns to the bridge and takes command. Meanwhile, Ortegas finds old Ensign Lance stripping down in the corridor.
Ensign Lance is going nutso, is what I said.
So she kind of walks by him, then he starts smashing his face through some glass so he can get close to the light source.
I do like how Ortegas was like, I mean, I guess getting naked in the corridor in your off hours isn't illegal. So, like, whatever, man. Just, But then as soon as he breaks something, he's like, oh, okay, no, you're going insane.
Yeah, so he's trying to get closer to light because he needs to feel it. Meanwhile,
they're all turning into moths.
Yeah, Una gets kind of freaky in her own quarters with the light, though not as crazy as Ensign Lance did. She just she turns the lights way up and then glows for a bit, but then she's fine.
Well, yeah, because
she rips her shirt.
She rips her shirt in order to get more light on her, and then her immune system burns off.
We don't know that yet. She just glows funny.
Yeah, she's glowing, literally.
So she calls Mbenga after that, who says the landing party is having some odd symptoms. It's funny that you ask about that. She's like, nothing. It's fine. Shut up. Anyway, she lies to Mbenga about not experiencing any symptoms. And we go to the sick bay where Mbenga explains they're low on vitamin D levels. He confirms that she is not low on vitamin D, though. So she is obviously not in the same state as the rest of the away team. We cut to a conversation here with Heber where he says the biofilters should have filtered any contaminants out, but he's going to go run a diagnostic just in case.
So here's the thing, too. He said something kind of interesting here that somewhat undermines everything else that comes later in this episode, which is he's like, the biofilters are effectively impossible to fuck up because they know what's supposed to be there, and anything that's extra, they just take out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's handy. How does that not... That's an all or nothing thing. That either is working or it's not. There's no halfway there, right? It's a Boolean value. Does this belong here? No. Get rid of it. Like, these are literally unfailable devices then.
Except where they need to fail for the plot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that makes me wonder too, like with Una, like wouldn't it have like seen extra like changes in sequence DNA and just
so many questions about how Una's been quote unquote hiding this whole time. Because like, is she a human? Are the Illyrians humans?
No, so they're not. They have appeared in other Star Trek media with like cranial ridges too. So like they don't even like look human.
I guess like, how the fuck has Una been spoofing medical scans this whole time?
Magic! Woo!
Oh, okay.
Yep. So on the bridge, they kind of briefly get Pike on comms, but they don't really get to say anything because they immediately.
This is my favorite trope in Star Trek is the like, we have time to get a high def video call, but like only for a few seconds and it's slightly broken up so we don't get our message across. Send a text. Send one sentence. Like, you have so much data in this high def video call that you could have sent hundreds of text messages by now.
How about you shut up?
It's fucking amazing.
La'an talks to Una in her quarters, where we kind of touch on her ancestry here with Khan. But looks like La'an is experiencing light cravings as well.
Okay, well, hold on. So La'an's talking about her childhood, and this may be the most unbelievable thing that Star Trek has ever done. Like, literally, the most improbable, impossible thing that Star Trek has ever done. Because she says that as a kid, the other kids teased her that her ancestor was Khan. And that is not believable because kids would think having Khan as your ancestor is cool as fuck. There is no way kids don't think that's the coolest thing they've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It goes one way or the other. Like, kids will find literally anything to make fun of another kid about, so who knows. But yeah, she has the vitamin D deficiency as well, so it's not just the landing team, the away team that got I don't know, infected for lack of a better term.
I don't know why they don't just have Mr. Kyle start beaming milk into everybody.
What the fuck?
Well, they get vitamin D deficiency.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, they could just go with like a vitamin D supplement if we're going to beam shit into somebody. It doesn't have to be milk.
No, but that's no fun for me. Like, that's not as fun of a sentence.
Like, and Meg even says, like, they're short on cholecalciferol. It's like, just give them some vitamin D3 pills. Problem solved?
Sure. So yeah, Omega recommends a full lockdown to keep things from spreading. Back on the surface, Spock and Pike are hiding out in the records room, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah, is there not like a basement they can go into?
Nope.
These people who don't live on the Great Plains, man, they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Pike is kind of walking around uneasy. Spock found a record of some Illyrians who wanted to de-modify themselves so that they could join Starfleet. So that's kind of introduced there. The line by Pike that's said in this one, there's a little bit of trivia as well. He says, "This place is fun. They should sell tickets." Well, Pike and Spock are kind of awaiting time in that room. Is apparently direct reference to that on previously I mentioned Ontario Place's original design, which was apparently open from 1971 until 2012 as a family amusement park attraction, which required the purchase of a ticket for admission. Apparently still in operation there is the world's first permanent IMAX theater in the what they called the Cinesphere, which is featured in most of the external shots of the Illyrian colony.
That wasn't that fun of a fact, if I'm honest.
It was interesting. So anyway, as they're kind of chatting, they see some weird ghost things come out of the storm. Plasma thingies. I don't know what you want to call them.
I called them fire people.
Sure. Yeah, it's good as name as any. We cut after that to Uhura waking up in her little like crew bunk there to a couple of crew members who were I don't know, sunning themselves, I guess you would call it, with some like projection of a sun
hologram, which seems to be good enough that they're getting like a sunburn from it.
They are, yeah, they're getting like literally burnt on their skin. So despite their efforts to quarantine, the affliction is spreading. We cut to sick bay where like Hemmer comes in to like shut down some lights, and then
he comes in to fuck with the medical transporter.
The medical transporter, that's right. And Mbenga's like, fucking quit it. Don't do that.
Mbenga's like, I'm definitely not hiding anything in that transporter over there.
And kind of shoos Hemmer away. Hemmer's like, yeah, whatever.
Hemmer seemed completely nonplussed. He was like, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Back on the surface, the kind of fire people try to burst into the room that they're taking shelter in.
That's because they're if you're cold, your fire people are cold. You need to let them inside.
Yeah. So they managed to kind of shut the door on him, but one like cuts Spock's like neck as they're shutting the door, thus clearly establishing their hostile intentions. So
but also some of the stupidest dialogue in the entire show. Because fucking Pike goes, "Oh no, he almost got your carotid," and Spock goes, "If I was a human."
Oh,
it's like, what the fuck was the point of that exchange? Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, fair point. So then the fire people start pounding on the door. Cut to Una and Uhura, kind of re-examining her bunk to kind of see why she wasn't affected and the other two people were. To see kind of what caused the spreading, and they deduce that the affliction travels through the light because she had her little crew bunk shut and fully dark to go to sleep.
Sure, that might as well happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, the contagion is it's a virus made of light. Okay, fine.
Absolutely, yeah. So yes, they are going to buy time. They're going to sedate the affected, and then turn off all the lights because that'll fix it. Which I guess
they didn't. Like, there was never a time when anything on this ship was actually dark.
Like, fully dark, yeah. There was always, like, emergency lighting on, which, still light. Una does some searching on Illyrian genetic modifications.
Okay.
Where she is...
And she's going through these files, and she's like, I want to know about genetic modification. The computer's like, that's classified. And she goes, override. And the computer's like, okay, here you go. What? Does she have access to this data or not? Like, why would the computer like just let you know it's classified? Override. Oh, you know what? I just realized how many times Windows asks me for administrator approval when I'm the fucking administrator. So you know what? Never mind. I completely rescind.
Objection rescinded.
I completely rescind my criticism. And never mind. Perfectly accurate representation of how computer systems work.
I thought it was funny too, because she's like, because it does it like again, just like, are you sure? Like, this is also classified. She's like, override. Like, she had to say it twice. Anyway, she's interrupted by something going on in the transporter room.
Where I guess there's no camera.
We have discussed this. There is only cameras when it is necessary for the plot. Every other time, there is no cameras.
You'd think of all the places on the ship that would have a camera, the transporter room would be one of them, since that's where people show the fuck up.
Yeah. So, turns out Heber, who has now gone light crazy like the other people, has beamed a hunk of mantle from the planet below into the transporter so he can bask in its glorious light.
I love Heber so much. What the fuck?
He's a genius.
Anyway, he goes to go hug that piece of mantle, so Una stuns him with a phaser. And picks him up without issue.
Casually lifting a grown-ass Andorian,
yeah. Well, genetically modified and whatnot. Back on the planet, Spock finds info on the ghosts, fire people things who appeared after the people were wiped out by the mysterious disease. So that's kind of at this point, the ghosts pound through the door. The fire ghost people bust in, and right then the window breaks from the ion storm. But the ghosts just give him kind of a nice little hug and protect him from the ion storm, and then wander off. They're like, okay, mission accomplished. We're good. We only wanted to give you a hug. Una admits at this point, when she's talking to the doctor, that she's immune due to being bioengineered, as she is herself Illyrian.
This was actually kind of clever, but then also kind of fucked them in the end. Because, like, I guess her body is like, oh shit, there's something wrong with me. And so it just heated every cell to the point where the disease died, right? That's why she, like, glowed. Right. Mm-hmm. Which, like, so, because she's like, look, I'm immune. Can't you, like, synthesize something? And Becca's like, no, because you don't have antibodies. Your body just got too fucking hot for the disease. Like, there's no antibodies involved there. That's very clever. Like, that's a clever, like
it's like a super fever.
Yeah, but it's just a clever, what's the term? Like, undermining of our expectations or whatever, where, like, because you expect, like, oh, you get the one immune person, and they just synthesize a vaccine, and it works for everybody. But it's like, no, that won't work. Yeah, she's immune, but she's so fucking immune that she doesn't have any antibodies. Like, that's a clever little bit of world building. They ruin it later, but until now, that was pretty clever.
Yeah. So, a little quick note here. Apparently, the backstory of Una being Illyrian, it's from a novel, a Star Trek novel called Vulcan's Glory by D.C. Fontana.
That is apparently famous science fiction author.
Yeah. This is apparently a rare case of when something that first appeared in the novel became Trek canon later on. So anyway, as you explained, they can't just use her blood since it's not an antibody thing. Meanwhile, Lalonde seems to have woken up from the sedation just as Una sedates Mbenga. We get notified of an imminent warp core breach. She works fast.
The computer's like, by the way, I think the warp core should, like, be contained or something. I don't know. You might want to get on that.
Lon has gone light crazy. Yeah, so she's trying to overload the woke core so she can, I don't know, hug it. So she and Una have a little fisticuffed action here.
Little cat fight, yep.
Yeah, Una bitch slaps her unconscious, though.
Yeah, she does.
So right as the warp core is about to breach, we cut away because we don't need to resolve that scene quite yet. We cut back to the surface where the storm has since subsided, but Pike can't get through to the Enterprise. At this point, Spock deduces that the fire people ghost things are the Illyrians. As Spock is explaining, one of the data tube things like pops out on its own. He's like, "Hey, what about this one? You should look here."
Yeah, because they weren't just going to take all the data tubes, which look very portable. But no, we're just going to take a couple of them.
I mean, it was a lot.
There were like tens of them. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not like they have a spaceship with literally hundreds of crew members like in orbit right now.
Right. Yeah.
And instantaneous travel.
So anyway, we're back on Enterprise where apparently Una can just, I don't know, create antibodies in other people by close proximity.
This was the part where I'm like, what the fuck? You had such a great idea. And then you went with these chimeric antibody bullshit that you just made the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about? You literally said she got too hot for the disease to survive. But then you say later, if she does that near somebody else, they become immune. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. So that was the hand wave away of the disease for the that was afflicting the crew, and everything's fine now. So shut the fuck up.
Sure.
Where's I? So Una goes to see La'an in the mess hall. They have a little heart-to-heart about what she said to Una while they were fighting, and how she talked about hating, augments and whatnot because of her checkered ancestry. But it's fine. Everything's cool. Yeah, whatever. They eat some strawberries. Yep. They explain. She's like, well, not all augments are the same. You fucking racist. I mean, she didn't say that part, but it was implied. Cut to Una, who's meeting with Pike now, and who confesses her Illyrian origins to him and offers to resign. Pike's like, no.
Pike's like, I don't think you understand how little of a shit I give about regulations. Like, do you see my hair? Much. I do not care.
He says, the Illyrians are just misunderstood, and I don't give a fuck about all that shit, so you're staying my number one. Great. We then move on to Una confronting Mbenga about the medical transporter issue that allowed the contagion aboard, which I don't know.
Okay. How does that work?
I don't know how because they didn't beam into the medical transporter.
I actually watched this sequence twice where she explained what happened, and it didn't make sense the second time either. Because she's like, because of your medical transporter, the biofilter didn't work when we brought them back up. And I'm like, but you didn't bring them up in the medical transporter. Right. Which is funny because, they could have. Kyle could have not, instead of the weird 10-second power routing, I wonder if they meant to, but they cut the scene for some reason. It would have made more sense, instead of the weird 10-second power rerouting scene with Hemmer, if they were like, the transporter's not working because of the ion storm, we need to boost it, link in the medical transporter in order to boost the signal or whatever, at least involve the medical transporter in the solution so that this kind of makes sense.
Yep.
But no, they didn't do that.
So anyway,
so they blamed the medical transporter, a system that operates on its own fucking thing on the other side of the ship.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, she's like, there's something in the pattern buffer that was preventing it, yada, 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 something. So this is where we find out where it's in Mbenga's daughter, who's being kept in the pattern buffer because she has some horrible disease that's killing her. So Mbenga keeps her in the pattern buffer until they can find a cure.
Because he says there's no limit on how long you can keep someone in a buffer as long as you rematerialize them from time to time.
Right.
Which, okay, then keep her in a buffer on Earth. It seems kind of dangerous to do it on a starship.
Yeah. So I don't... Yeah. No arguments here. Yeah.
Especially one that regularly loses power.
Yeah. And this whole thing doesn't make any sense either because, like...
Well, he says we're on the ship that's exploring all these new things, so maybe we'll find the cure.
He can still do that. Like,
yeah.
If she was in a buffer back at home. But also, like, the problem with this whole thing is that, like, this is... Like, they're right. This is a perfect solution to a lot of fucking problems. But they never use it again.
Much like the transporter is the solution to a lot of problems in Star Trek and is not used for said problems.
It's like, oh, wow, you can delay someone from getting worse because of a medical condition by keeping them in a buffer? Boy, that sure would be handy in season 2 when What's-Her-Face is infected with, or season 3 when What's-Her-Face is infected with Gorn DNA.
Shut up, we're not there yet. God.
And then Una fucking provides him a solution which doesn't solve any actual problems. I don't understand this at all.
Because it is like, we'll give you like your own dedicated power source. Like,
from the warp core.
That doesn't... How does that fix the problem that was happening? I don't know.
Yeah, and also, I'm pretty sure that is already true. I would assume the medicals, like the med bay, has a dedicated power line from the warp core because you kind of want that to keep going, right?
Anyway, this
show is two things. It's one, filled with gorgeous people, and two, weirdly engineering inept. And, like, that doesn't change. I feel like this show cannot figure out engineering whatsoever.
I mean, that's like a lot of Star Trek. It's whatever the plot requires.
Yeah.
I don't disagree, but also, like, I don't know. I would like to think, and I think it's generally true, that, like, as technology has advanced over the last 40 years, people's ability to navigate engineering concepts has gotten better in general. So I think that you need to have a better rigor to your bullshit pseudoscience. Because, like, when Geordi fucked something sciencey up back in, like, 1989, and we're watching it today, we're like, no, that's quaint. But when, like it's 3 days ago, and you don't know how 3 years ago, and you know how computers work, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I think that genuinely they need to do better.
So
sure.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with your take on society here. Because, like, one thing I've realized is that, like, a lot of our recent college grads that have started working with us, they're very tech savvy when it comes to things like smartphones and tablets. They are somehow just as bad as the boomers I work with when it comes to actual computers.
100% correct. 100% correct.
And I think a part of
the
that
Enterprise
is
is working all on tablets anyway, so what's the difference?
Right, exactly. It
ain't fucking Ubuntu.
But, like, I think the problem is that, like, as certain technologies just get so easy,
right?
You don't need to dig so far into, like, the inner workings of an actual computer anymore. And I bet you that's what happened on Star Trek. Like, that's why you don't have any computer programmers or anything. Instead, you just got Geordi vibe coding with the holodeck.
Right. No. My issue isn't how the characters are interacting with the technology. They're doing their best. My issue is how well the writers are writing the engineering concepts. Like,
look, this
doesn't make any sense. I know Una knows better. She's a fake character in a fake world. The writers who are writing this fake world need to do better.
Anyway, we end the episode with Una personal logging, while Mbanga rematerializes her daughter and his daughter and reads to her for a little bit. She asked her personal log, "What if I wasn't one of the good ones?"
Yeah. That's a great question, Una.
That was actually like a valid question then. This
a question that, like, all of Star Trek should be asked, but never actually does get asked or answered.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that it's not just Star Trek, to be fair. That's like a lot of American media is the like, well, this is bad, except this person's using it for good. It's like, well, that's not how ethics works, like.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that genetically modifying Una was ethically or morally incorrect. I don't have an opinion on that because, like, her situation is silly and fictitious, but like, you can't, like, I don't know. We love doing the, like, everything about this is wrong except for when this one heroic guy does something with it.
Right. Yeah. So it's a valid question that is reflective in, how groups perceive other groups of people. So.
Absolutely. Boy, I sure hope this log entry doesn't come back to bite her in the ass later.
Oh, it's okay. She deletes it. That's fine.
Yeah.
So that is the episode on a scale of 1 to 5, where 0 is threshold. What is our rating?
I gave this one a 3. It's just kind of like standard Trek, and it's just like setting up future episodes and plot points for us,
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a low 3. My issue is I agree with Rob. Like, how many like secrets do they got to cram into one episode here? Like give us one thing. You didn't have to do like the Mbega thing and the Una thing. Like, just do one thing. And also, I am personally, Matthew Stanford, tired of the genetically augmented storylines. So even when I first saw this episode, it's like, I'm an augment. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, here we go. Because every goddamn Star Trek has to do this shit, and I'm tired of it. Do new stuff. Strange new worlds.
Yeah. I mean, I generally like the vibe of this one. Although I think its writing definitely undermined what the episode could have been. So I added it at 3.
IMDb gave it a 4.
Yeah, like I wanted it to be a 4, but it never got there for me.
I like the vibes. I just didn't like what happened.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, when we get back, we'll get into a little deep dive.
Welcome back. So, do y'all remember last week's puzzler?
Yes.
Oh man, I remember a puzzler being mentioned, but I don't remember what it was.
It's the one where they're like 2 points, they're going to each other. Is there a point where they're at the same spot?
Right. So the USS Tibet has to fly through a nebula, and because of fluctuations, their warp drive is going at different speeds at any given time. It is random. Okay? And on the first day, it takes them 12 hours to get across the nebula. And on the second day, they have to take the same path back, starting at the same time of day. So the question is, does there exist, because don't forget, they're going random speeds the whole time. It just takes the same overall amount of time. Does there exist a time where they are in the same place on both days?
When you say a time, do you mean like a specific hour and minute?
Yes. Now, you don't need to know the hour and minute. I don't need you to do that kind of math. I just need to know, does that exist?
Are we actually supposed to be answering this?
Yeah. Let's, because I'm going to give you the answer, but I want to hear what y'all came up with.
I put literally 0 thought into this question, so I don't know.
Good, perfect. That's exactly the amount of commitment I expected out of my faithful crew here. Rob, what do you got?
We know time, but not distance and velocity, so cannot compute.
So that is a valiant effort, but that is incorrect. The answer is yes. There will exist one time. Okay, and here's how you visualize that. Think about it if instead of on 2 days, you have 2 ships going along the same path, starting at point A and starting at point B. How many times will they be in the same spot at the same time?
Never.
No, exactly once, because they're going to cross paths at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, yep. But like, they might not be there at the same time.
Yes, they will, because their points are at the same time. They will cross paths as soon as they meet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I misheard the question here. But keep going.
So so yes, the answer is yes, they will cross out exactly 1 point. And the way to visualize it is to pretend that both things happen on the same day, and you can see that they will eventually meet on their path.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I have a new puzzler for today. All right, this one is less confusing. I'm just going through the book in order. So, and again, this is the Car Talk puzzler book. So, like, they're not all going to be winners, but this was pretty fun. And again, I have made this more Star Trek themed. So at the beginning of Star Trek Generations, there is a ceremony for Worf because he is being promoted. And so they have him on the ISS Enterprise, which is like an old fashioned schooner and like the holodeck with a bunch of water and stuff. Yeah. Fun scene. As part of the ceremony, he is required to go out upon the plank, leap up and grab a hat, an officer's hat, and land back on the plank, which he does successfully. But then, as kind of a joke, they make the plank disappear beneath him, and he falls into the water. Everyone is hilarious, and Worf does not appear to be appreciative of the impromptu swim. My question for you. There is an amount of water inside the holodeck, right? And inside that water is a ship filled with people. When Worf falls off the ship into the water, does the level of the water in the holodeck go up, down, or remain the same? That is the question for next week. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
And then by next week, after y'all have forgotten, I will re-explain it and you can give me your answers.
All right. Sounds
perfect.
By the way, if any of our listeners want to email me the answers, if we start getting enough people trying to answer these things, then maybe I'll start picking winners and award them with some minor thing. We'll see. That's what they do on Cartoon. Right. They give them like gift certificates to their merch store, which we don't have a merch store yet. But if we get enough people answer these puzzles, I'll make a fucking merch store. I don't got a problem with that.
We need those DNT bracelets, medical bracelets.
Do not transport. That's right. All right, Chris, take it away.
And the Stomp Them Babies t-shirts.
The Stomp Them Team Baby Stompers.
Team Baby Stompers. A very confusing shirt to explain to other people.
Well, it'll have a little bug under a foot, I guess.
Yeah, sure. All right. Well, for today's deep dive, since this episode kind of centered around Una, I figured we'd do a little deep dive on the actress who portrays her, Rebecca Romijn. Now, if you saw her last name spelled, it's Romijn, but it is pronounced Romaine. She has stated that it's pronounced Romaine like the lettuce. Rebecca Allie Romijn was born in November 6, 1972 in Berkeley, California. Her father was Dutch, apparently, and her mother was American, and was a teacher of English. She attended Berkeley High School, where her nickname was apparently the Jolly Blonde Giant, because, she's tall.
She is very tall, I guess. Is she blonde?
Yes, I think naturally so, yes.
I did not realize.
Yeah, I mean, Dutch ancestry, and apparently her mom has English and Dutch ancestry, so... she then attended the University of California at Santa Cruz, where she majored in music, but left in '95. She, in her early career, was a model, who was very renowned. She modeled for Sports Illustrated, Christian Dior, and Victoria's Secret, to name a few.
Seeing her general build, that does not surprise me.
Yeah. So first, she was apparently the first model to pose for Sports Illustrated in body paint, which, makes sense with the role she later played, which we'll get to. She has appeared in advertising campaigns, for Escada, Christian Dior, La Perla, Tommy Hilfiger, Furwell, Liz Claiborne, J. Crew, Victoria's Secret, BB, Licenza, Dillard's, Pantene, Got Milk, Miller Lite, and Maybelline. She's also she's modeled for Giorgio Armani and Sonia Rykiel. In 1997, she was voted GQ Magazine's Woman of the Year. In 97 and 99, she was voted one of People Magazine's 50 Most Beautiful People, and has appeared in 5 movies based on Marvel comic book characters. Of course,
5 of them. Hold on.
5 of them, yes.
She wasn't Mystique in all 5 of those, was she?
Well, yes, actually, I think she was. Yeah. She was in
Mystique was in 5 fucking movies.
Yeah, X-Men, X2, X-Men United, The Punisher, X-Men The Last Stand, and X-Men First Class. She was also the host of MTV's House of Style in 98 to 2000, and appeared as a guest in the animated talk show Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
What a great stupid show.
Right. In January of 2007, Romijn made her first appearance in the ABC series Ugly Betty as a full-time regular cast member. She played Alexis Mead, a transgender woman and the sister of lead character Danielle Mead. In April 2008, it was reported that Romijn would only be appearing as a recurring character in season 3 due to a change in direction by the writing staff, aligning with Romijn's pregnancy, which would have been inconsistent with her character's storyline.
I guess she's a trans woman.
Yeah. In November of 2007, Romijn made a guest appearance on the ABC series Carpoolers, where she played the ex-wife of the character Laird, played by real-life husband Jerry O'Connell at the time.
Hey! Wait, she's married to Jerry O'Connell?
She is married to Jerry O'Connell. Do you know who she was married to before Jerry
That's
O'Connell?
Crazy.
No.
She was married to John Stamos. She first met John Stamos in 1994 at a Victoria's Secret fashion show. They married in September of 1998 and got divorced in 2005. She then married Jerry O'Connell in 2007 and has 2 children, twins, with him.
Huh. It's funny because we were just talking about Jerry O'Connell like a little bit ago. Mariah and I were. Because we were talking about Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Which Star Trek adjacent because fucking Will Wheaton's in that bitch.
Yep. So Romijn starred in the ABC series Eastwick, reuniting with her former Pepper Dennis co-star Lindsay Price before ABC canceled the show in 2009. She does have an uncredited cameo in X-Men First Class, which is one of the ones she was listed as appearing before.
Right, yes. She was not Mystique in that one. She just cameoed.
Well, sort of. She was appearing as an older version of the character played by Jennifer Lawrence in that movie. Romijn appeared as a lab worker, Jessie, on the Adult Swim live-action show NTSF SD SUV for 2 seasons. Between June and September 2013, she starred in TNT's series King and Maxwell as Michelle Maxwell, a former Secret Service agent who worked as a private investigator. So then, of course, she joined Strange New Worlds when it started. So that is a little rundown of her acting history, model history, and a little bit of personal info there. Yeah, I had no idea she was married to both John Stamos and Jerry O'Connell.
She's got to be... Okay, she's either, like... Now I gotta look it up. Like, those 2 men are from very different eras of TV, which means that, like, I feel like one of them is older than the other by a lot. But I could be wrong, because I'm not good... Yeah, Jerry O'Connell is 10 years younger than John Stamos. What is this person's name? What is this woman's name?
Rebecca Romijn.
Rebecca Romijn. Oh, okay, so she's closer to Jerry O'Connell's age, which makes sense based on like the stuff that you said she was in and stuff. Okay.
Right.
Because I was like, man, married to John Stamos. It seems a little old.
Yep. Well, when we come back, we will have a little potpourri.
Wait, what year was she married to John Stamos?
98, they got married.
To John Stamos in 98?
Yep. Divorced in 2005.
That would put him at 35 and her at 26? I don't like it.
I mean, they're both adults at that point. Like, fully formed adults.
That's pushing it.
I mean, I don't know what they'd have to talk about, but I agree. I mean...
remember when you were on Full House?
Oh, God. Welcome back, everybody. For this week's potpourri, I would like to play a little game called Canon or Not. I'm going to go through, I think I prepared 9 different prompts, and you both will have to identify if this is a canon event or a non-canon event. Make sense?
Oh, I'm going to hate this, I bet.
Okay.
All right. We got Stanford, Chris score. All right. All right. Number 1. You both will get a chance to answer each one. Okay. And I'll let you know which one is correct after.
Okay.
Spock once used a Vulcan nerve pinch on himself to prove a philosophical point. Stanford, you want to guess first?
Spock once used a Vulcan nerve pinch on himself to prove a philosophical point. What the fuck point could he possibly be proving with that? Yeah, that sounds stupid, though. I'm going to go with canon.
I'm also going to go with canon because it sounds dumb, and I love it.
This is non-canon.
Ah.
No point for either of you.
Did you make this up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And that's fine. Absolutely. But I was like, did some motherfucker write this into a novel or some shit? And it's like,
No.
He's like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? What is the sound of a Vulcan? If a Vulcan nerve pinches himself in a room, does he make any noise if no one's around to hear him collapse to the floor?
Kirk defeated an alien computer by convincing it that it was illogical to exist.
I'm pretty
Chris,
sure
your
that's
turn.
true. I'm pretty sure that's canon.
I agree.
You are both correct. That is canon.
I feel like that's where that trope started.
Probably. All right, next up. Data once used a holodeck program to learn how to tell jokes.
You want me to go?
Go ahead
yes.
first. I went
You're
first on
up
that
first.
one.
That is an accurate canon.
That is canon. Yep, but it's
I-
what was the comedian's name? I can't remember. He was on SNL too.
Yeah, he was. And the fact that he had to dial, like he dialed the audience up so that they thought he was funny as fuck.
All right. Next one. Worf was disowned by his Klingon family more than once. Chris.
More than once. It's Klingon family. I definitely remember once, but was there one where it happened before? Like it was like
I feel like we should work together, and if we get it wrong, Rob gets the point.
More than once. I remember being owned by Klingons. I don't know about his family though.
Isn't that the same? I see what you're saying.
Because I remember he joined the House of Martok, like later on.
You fucking dork.
But did he get disowned before that? Like, he was... man. Well, because his father was Moog, but, like, he died in Kittimer. Goddamn.
You're a fucking nerd. What the fuck?
Wow. This is way more than I was expecting you to know, Chris. Good job.
I'm going to say not canon, because I don't remember him being disowned by his family twice.
Stanford.
I'm going to say canon because I think he starts disowned by his family.
So, Chris, you're right. He was never disowned by his family because both of his parents died. That's why he wound up getting adopted. His clan got dishonored by the Klingon Empire.
Right.
And then later, like, he winds up taking the fall, and his brother winds up getting... Is his brother or his uncle?
It's
his brother winds up getting, like, dishonored as well. But, yeah, it wasn't his family.
Okay.
I was just saying something different because if you got that right, Chris, you deserve to have more points than me.
All right, Stanford, you're up first on this one.
Okay.
Janeway destroyed an advanced technology even though it could have brought her crew home safely.
Yes.
Oh, that's definitely...
Like, I can name that like 2 or 3 times that's happened.
It happened more than once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. This is like a recurring theme on Voyager.
Literally the first episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
like literally the
array.
caretaker array. She blows that bitch up. Yeah.
Yep. Chris, a sentient AI starship computer develops anxiety and seeks therapy from the crew.
Starship computer sentient AI develops anxiety and seeks therapy from the crew. Oof. It seems too vague.
Seems lower decksy.
It does seem lower decksy. It's too vague. I'm going to say not canon.
I am also going to say not canon.
You are both correct.
Okay.
Not canon.
You didn't mention any characters or any ships. I'm like, nah.
Stanford. Scotty sabotaged a Starfleet inspection so that the Enterprise wouldn't be taken out of service.
Aw. That doesn't make any sense, though. Wouldn't he sabotage it so they wouldn't be... Wait. Sabotage an inspection so it wouldn't be taken out of service. I'm going to go with not canon.
Chris?
Go with canon on this one.
Stanford, you are correct. It is not canon.
Okay.
I remember Scotty in some inspection thing.
Yeah, like this is something that like I feel like the character of Scotty would definitely do if given the option, but did not actually happen.
And he had to say, Scotty, because your logic that if it's too vague, it must be fake. He had to counter that. So,
yeah,
way to give away our game, Chris.
All right, Chris. A Starfleet officer punches a godlike being in the face and survives because the being respected the gesture.
Now that seems like a lower decks thing. I'm gonna say canon.
That is canon. I don't think it's lower decks though. I want to say it was the original series.
It was not the original series. It was Picard.
Picard. Oh my god.
Okay, that's okay.
Is that when Picard punches Q?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking Picard.
I wasn't sure if Kirk ended up punching one of those Plato Stepchildren characters.
Oh, no. That would have been funny, though. All right, I think we're back to Stanford for this one. An entire Star Trek series is revealed to have been an elaborate coaching session for the first officer from another Star Trek series who was trying to work through a difficult political dilemma in his own time.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on.
Stanford?
Is that a political dilemma? All right. Well, okay. So we're going to go with canon, but if it ends up being not canon because it's not technically a political dilemma, I'm going to fight you.
I was going to go with canon.
Okay, you both are wrong. This definitely never happened.
Thank you. Fucking Reddit. I hate Reddit so much.
It's definitely like the Enterprise did not end this way. It was very untrue.
No.
Trip didn't die. Everything is fine.
So what you mean is that we are correct.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. And actually, that brings you both to 7 points. You're both tied. So congratulations. Everybody wins today.
Ooh. Wait, you don't have a tiebreaker?
No, I don't have a tiebreaker, and I'm not making another one up right now.
Damn it, Robertson.
How
many did we get wrong? How many did we get
two
completely wrong?
Each of you got two. Oh, completely wrong? I wasn't paying that much. I did score it that way. I just kept tallying numbers
We
up.
each got 2 wrong. I know we both got the first one wrong. So, therefore, Rob got 1 point, and we got 8 points, Chris, so we win.
All right, you guys win. Congratulations.
Woo! Yes, we are so fucking good at this game. Between my Janeway knowledge and Chris's weirdly thorough Worf knowledge.
That was wild, man. I was not expecting that from you, Christopher.
Worf's like his grandfather was Clacknar, and obviously when he had to run his ambassadorial campaign over to Twilight the Third planet, it's like, what the fuck?
Hey man, I have encyclopedic knowledge of Worf. What can I say?
Worf's great uncle was Kales's official biographer, right? So obviously,
oh boy,
man. So as Chris mentioned at the top of the pod, please, remember to like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Leave us a comment. Stanford likes reading comments. It's like
I love reading comments.
Yeah, it's his favorite pastime ever in podcasting. But yeah, thank you for tuning in for another episode, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Captain's Log Supplemental. You can follow us on Twitter at PodCLS or send us hate mail at podcls3@gmail.com.